Hi guys, picked this fella up in the charity shop. Cost me £1.50. Got batteries in it. You can see the eyes are lighting up. Says 27 megahertz. Well, I've tried my box full of transmitters and it doesn't respond to any of them. So we'll have a look inside. See if we can figure out if there's anything actually wrong with it. Maybe the motor is jammed or something. Batteries are measuring okay. So looks like 1, 2, 3, 4 screws with a bit of luck. I have taken a similar one apart. Not one exactly the same as this. Oh, need a longer screwdriver, I think. Oh no, that one's all right. Why couldn't I reach the other one? There we go. Take the batteries out for now, just in case there's another screw hidden underneath. Nope, doesn't look like there is. Right, tail off. Right, so we have let's go in a little bit closer. We have one motor there, which drives that gear, which drives that gear, which drives that gear, which doesn't actually want to move. Oh yeah, it does move. Oh, that's a bit stiff. Yeah, that drives the wheels. There's also a little lever goes to the front there to move the tongue. I'm guessing that's another little motor that actually turns that section there to give us steering. So why is nothing happening? What I usually do is get a battery and attach it directly to the motor so we can check the motors run. Right, got a little LiPo battery there, so we'll be giving it about 4 volts. And it was running off 4 AAA batteries, so 1.5, 3, 4.5, 6 volts. So I won't be overpowering it. Okay, that's running. So it's not a problem with the motor. And if we go back here, we should get the steering. So it's not a problem with the motors. I'll put the batteries back in again and we'll just check. Well, we know we're getting power in because the LEDs are lighting up. So in that case, it may just be it's a type of 27 megahertz that I don't have a controller to match, which is annoying. Oh, that is frustrating. Because it's an odd-shaped receiver, so it won't be easy just to pinch the receiver out of a toy car to go in there and run it. Well, we might as well take the receiver out and have a look at it. Just one screw. A black blob. Right, we'll get a close-up of that. That's the underside of the receiver. We in focus? Yeah, just about. With a black blob, which is a shame. Most of the receivers that I look at use the RX2 chip or a variation of it, which links to a TX2 chip in the transmitter. Whereas the black blob, they can do what they like. There's a bit of white sort of cloudy stuff on there. I think that might just be the flux from when they solder it. I don't think that's water damage. I think we're just unlucky. I just think it isn't one that will respond to any of my transmitters. This, by my thumb just here, that chip there will be the well, the motor driver. I suppose I could measure to see if it's getting any power to it. But I don't think there's anything wrong with this. I think it's just one that needs a bespoke transmitter to go with it. Just remembered what that chip's called, H-bridge. We're using my wireless microscope. See if we can get it focused. And we'll just have a little wander around the circuit board Just see if there's anything obvious. I could try and clean that off just so we can read what it says. Say that's the H bridge or the motor driver. Yeah, I'll just see if I can clean that off. MX612F 1707H. Looking at the other side of the board now, just got some capacitors there. Inductor. We could try adjusting the antenna trimmer there, but I don't think that's worth the effort. Probably make it worse rather than better. Right, well, I reckon that's about it. Well, there was nothing to look at on the circuit board, receiver board. I mean, for a laugh, I could try hobby grading it. Put a hobby grade receiver and a couple of ESCs in there to drive it. I don't think it's worth it, but it might be a bit of fun. Other than that, we've seen basically how it works. Let's go back in close up again. So this is our drive motor that goes through quite a complicated series of gears to drive the wheels. But that's so that they can actually drive it when it's being turned side to side by that motor, which is driving that gear there. That's the one that's the actual steering. So that's just a big gear around the outside of that housing being driven by that little motor there. And then the other bit, as I say, is that lever along there that's on a cam on the bottom of that gear moves backwards and forwards, which makes the tongue wobble side to side if the receiver wasn't in the way. Yeah. Well, I'm glad I only paid £1.50 for it. I think that'll be going in my junk drawer for now, while I decide whether I actually want to do any more work to it. I could just find a normal 27 megahertz receiver. I might be able to slide it down the side here somewhere. We can get it in there. Find a bit of space to squeeze it in. There really isn't a lot of space in there, which is why we got the funny shaped one sitting in the front. I'll have a think. That'll go in the, as I say, the junk box. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave us a comment so I know how I'm doing. And somewhere up here there'll be some links to related playlists. Thanks again.